come into consciousness to hear a feminine giggle. I try to move, but find myself bound to a table. Poor little human, the woman says. She comes within view, blonde hair and black wings. The shadows conceal her voluptuous form. She strokes my bare chest with an elegant hand. I'm so very glad that you've come to us. I try to speak, but only manage to groan. She smiles. There will be time for talking and other things later. For now, the doctor has you. I'll find you later. She strokes my cheek and walks away. As she turns, I notice a serpentine black tail follow her movement. I try to call out to the sword, but my voice is incoherent, and I can't help but feel alone. If I just had my sword, then what, I wonder? They took me in the midst of battle. Maybe the sword isn't even close. Fear makes me frantic, and I try to mobilize my chi. Like my voice, my energies are confused and refuse to mobilize. That, a voice says, will not work. Footsteps sound out as I feel terror come over me. You are under the influence of a medication I've developed. The voice lurks just out of sight. I must say, the voice continues, you are a rare specimen. I had thought that mankind had forgotten the secrets of immortality. And here you are. Your cultivation is shallow, but you are at an optimal level for my procedure. The source of the voice steps forward, and I look at down on me. A blood-red apron covers the man's body. Rather than a doctor, he seems more like a butcher. Precious specimen, the black-haired demon says. We will have so much fun together. Fear brings a welling up of tears to my eyes. The demon pulls out a table full of cruel-looking instruments. One jagged-looking knife comes to the doctor's hand. Don't worry, little immortal. This will only hurt a bit. I know the lie for what it is. My screams are muffled by whatever drug courses through my system. I try to curse this evil physician, but all he does is laugh at my incoherent words. I try to find some corner of my mind that's safe from this butcher, but the pain is too great. He doesn't only cut things out of me, he spreads some vomit-inducing poison through my organs. Hours pass as he holds me on the cusp of death. At last he closes my wounds. He smiles. We've made a lot of progress today. I look forward to tomorrow. I cry and beg for mercy. What's this? He asks. You can't wait either? He smiles a sadistic smile. All I can do is cry. The man leaves me alone, and I find some small amount of relief. The hours pass achingly until I lose consciousness. I awaken to the sensation of my hair being stroked. Good morning. The blonde demon is back. Despite myself, I feel comforted by her contact. You're just falling apart, she says. An open wound oozes blood. She takes a finger and dabs it in the red blood. I watch the blood meet her ruby red lips. So sweet, she smiles at me, like a virgin. I look away, eliciting a laugh from her. She spends some time talking to me about herself. I experienced what you're going through now, she says. At first I hated it. She looks sadly on my mangled form. But, she says, the further along the transformation goes, the more joy you'll take in becoming a demon. I feel a cold sweat come over me. I'm a human, and they're trying to turn me into a demon? Belquis, comes the doctor's voice. I think you've had enough time with our brother. It's my turn. The woman huffs. Fine. I try to beg her not to leave me, but my words are incoherent. The same blood apron greets me as the doctor examines me. Yes, the man says, you're a perfect specimen. The torture tools come out, and my pain grows to new heights. Time passes, as I find a routine in this world of demons. I couldn't say if it were 10 days or 10 years that had passed. Belquis is my only security in this world of torture. I feel my mind hiding in memories of her while the doctor tears into me. I feel a transformation happening to me. Something dark is stirring within me. The soul world I based my power on seems somehow alien to me now. The piece of my soul replaced with something hateful. I struggle to suppress my emotions, to not hate everyone and everything. But the doctor always comes after my brief respite with Belquis. I hate her for leaving me, and my fear of the doctor is replaced with malice, the cries of pain replaced by roars of anger. He smiles over me. You're beautiful. You are beautiful, my specimen. Despite the drug, I swear that I will kill him. He shows no sign of having heard me as he continues to peel my flesh and drip poison into my wounds. I don't know how long been enduring this torture, but I feel shadows stir around me, and all I can think of is revenge. The blonde-haired demon Belquis sits on my table. She looks deep into my eyes, her hands caressing the wounds that heal faster than they should have any right to. Her hands her hand finds its way to my restraints. The shadows on her nails form a knife, and she cuts almost all the way through my bonds. She smirks at me as she gets up and walks to the door. The doctor is just entering. He nods to the departing demon as he readies the room. Ah, the doctor says, sighs, this day is just too beautiful. He looks to me. Every day I have with you, my specimen, is beautiful. He turns his back to me as he readies his tools. I feel unholy strength course through my muscles as I push against my restraints. One by one they snap under the pressure. The doctor turns, too late, as I come to my feet. What he gets out of as I jump on him. Demonic power slams my fist into his face over and over. He brings a wall of shadows up between us and wobbles to his feet. I can't tell if he's angry by his mangled features, but he puts his fists up. The shadows of his body condense into knives. You're going to regret that, specimen. I feel the shadows well up from within me. My hands draw the shadows until I have my own knife to face the threat with. I am the first to move. Despite faster than I could have ever achieved as a human, I charged the man. Despite his earlier statement, his combat skill is negligible. I weaved my way through his defense and cut off one of his arms. Ah! He cries as He backs away from me. Great, he says. My experiment was a success. We're brothers now. He continues backing away until he bumps into the wall. Calm yourself, my brother, he pleads. I advance, and he strikes out vainly. Once more, I take one of his arms. Please, he begs. There is no mercy left in me as I take a shadow blade and ram it into his face. Blood sprays from his appendages and face. My naked body is coated with this damned demon's hot blood. I'm breathing heavily as I let the body slide to the floor. I feel myself exult in my revenge. This is an experience I've never had before. I feel the pleasure in the kill. The moment passes as I realize myself naked in the demon's land. The door opens and I walk out. I'm surprised to find Belquis waiting for me, a smirk on her face. Satisfied? She asks. I glower at her. She giggles. Come on, lover. I've got your clothes waiting. My hand, my wounds opened during the conflict, and I feel the blood roll down my legs. Belquis hugs my arm, her ample bosom melding with my flesh. There are some changes you're gonna have to get used to. The dog dog eyes us as we pass, but it doesn't give us a second thought. It occurs to me that I am a demon, a monster. Come, come, Belquis says as she finds a door. I follow after her to find a bedroom. It's an extravagant domain with plush carpeting and a cushioned bed. Belquis walks over to the bed and relieves herself of the shadow clothes that hid her beautiful form. She smiles, her wings folded tight to her body. I stand there for a moment, aware that she can see the rise in me that she inspires. Cross, I manage. She pouts before walking over to address her. As I dress, she resumes her shadowy garb. I turn to leave. Where do you intend to go? She asks before I reach the door. I hesitate. I'm a demon now. Why? I manage. Did we convert you? She finishes my thought. Because I saw in you something powerful. I find myself unsatisfied by her answer. Come, she says as she cuts out in front of me. I'll show you your new world. I follow the enchantress as we walk through the structure. Other human-type demons wander the halls alongside a myriad of unfamiliar creatures. The war on the North grows more heated by the day. This is the Mao's project. It's hard to gather demons together for anything other than war. She loops an arm through mine. We come outside and I'm able to see the magnificent castle that had been my tomb. We don't expect to face the humans yet, she says as she looks into my eyes with her own emerald eyes. The transition is difficult, but you will adapt. Come with me. I let myself be led off on an adventure I never wanted.